right in the middle of a rainbow.
Rainbow sailing.
Wow.
Look at that.
Look at that.
It's massive.
Hi everyone, welcome to All the Stars Sailing Adventures.
Hi everyone, I'm Jess,
I'm Rachel.
and you might have seen a few of our episodes of All the Stars Sailing Adventures, but we wanted to do a little episode on who we are, just so those of you who don't know us might get to know us, kind of.
Not be too frightened.
Yes. A couple of Aussie dags just sailing.
With their clothes on.
Yeah, with clothes on, unlike a lot of YouTubers, but...
Sorry to disappoint.
Yeah, if you watch it long enough, you might get lucky. So, how did we meet, Rach?
So Jess and I grew up really close together in Tanger. I think our dads worked together for a little while.
Yes.
With the Clydesdale hauling logs out of the bush. And it wasn't until kind of 20 years later, when we'd both kind of moved away and then moved back home, we ran into each other.
Yeah, I picked Rach up at a funeral.
You actually did.
It was a wake. It wasn't actually technically a funeral. I'm a little bit older than Rachel, even though I don't look it. But I grew up, as she said, very close by her family at Tanger. I'd always dreamt about, well, since about the age of 12, I guess, I'd always dreamt about living on a sailing boat, growing up in a small sailing club, a weekend sailing club, and learning to sail single-handed to begin with, and then faster racing skiffs later on. The realisation after building a few canoes and kayaks and helping a friend of mine, the dear Bill Stewart, built his 30-foot cedar boat, sailing yacht, made me realise that it's a commitment of 5 to 10 years at least. And by the time I got to this stage of my life where I was committing to doing the sailing trip, I actually just wanted to sail. So that therefore started the hunt for the boat. I also, those of you who know me, have been running my own woodwork business for the last 10 years, mainly specialising in custom solid timber furniture and also window and door making. I realised that I probably need to initiate the sailing plan before retirement plan rather than the other way around.
And there was no sailing on my radar at all until I met Jess. Wouldn't have dreamed of it. But I'm really excited that I've got the opportunity to be here. It's great. I'm a very much
natural.
I'm a natural horse person. I'm very much a horse person.
You are.
And so that's pretty much what my life's entailed. I am doing my master's in social work at the moment, on the boat. For me, it was a really good time to go and do an adventure. I thought, well, before I build the business up again in Tanger or Bega, I need to go and do this adventure now.
So the story behind finding this boat, All the Stars, sometimes in life you get to a point where you just make a decision on the spur of the moment based on gut feeling. And my gut feeling on this boat, because I couldn't actually get to see it because of border closures at the time.
You bought it sight unseen.
I bought it sight unseen. Meeting Cal and Di, the previous owners, was a real privilege, and we were lucky enough to call them friends. And the boat came with a huge amount of extra spares, equipment. It's basically, we board the vessel and everything else was there. Cal was kind enough to help me sail the boat for a few days down the coast, and at that stage I was able to get a few guys on board to help, some good friends of mine, to help sail the boat back home. Well, we got the boat ready over summer and closed up work and packed up our lives so that we could get on this sailing trip. So it was a very fortunate story. There's many other stories that associate to that time of picking up the boat, which I'll go into more detail in future episodes. So living on a boat is not all pina coladas and sunsets. There's obviously...
It's beer and Skittles.
Beer and Skittles. There's obviously lots of hurdles and challenges? And
I have struggled with motion sickness, being terrified most of the time when we're at sea. That's been a struggle.
yep,
I've never sailed before, so this is really interesting. It'll take it'll take me a little while to just get used to what's actually normal for the boat to be doing. Why can I hear water rushing past me when I'm in bed? What's that banging sound? Are we going to sink? No, that's good. Are we going to topple over? No. Are you sure? You sure? Are we too close to that boat? No. Are we going to fall over? No. Okay, good.
yes.
Yep. So deep breathing. That's really good. I have always had really bad allergies to everything, and apparently a boat's a really good environment for mould, which I'm really allergic to.
Yes.
So we've been having a lot of fun pulling everything apart and spraying it with vinegar and clove oil, which is a very good natural kind of solution. Yes.
Some of the strategies for reducing it in the future are the absorbent crystals, and we're also looking at,
Sailing to the warmer weather so that we can open hatches.
yeah, so far it's been pretty cold. And maybe even look into using a dehumidifier in really humid areas to get on top of an outbreak of mould if that happened. That's one of the challenges for me is picking the right weather, picking the right course, so that we don't put ourselves in situations that are uncomfortable for Rach and for me.
I have never been without my horses for more than a couple of months, so this will be, we'll see how we go. But like I've always kind of felt, I've always felt really like I can't go anywhere, or I couldn't go anywhere because of the horses. So this is perfect. I know they're happy, they're in a paddock. She's really cuddly. She loves cuddles, and she loves being the center of attention. No one's giving her any attention.
Yeah. We're not trying to set any crazy schedules to be anywhere by a certain time. We're going to sail to the weather, sail to our energy levels and our skill levels, and I think we're basically making it up as we go.
Which is just life.
Yeah.
Really.
Heading northward, trying to chase a bit of summer in the winter. That's our main aim at this point, which we haven't done too well at yet because we're in Brisbane.
It's freaking
and
freezing.
It is tops of about 17.
It's not okay.
Yeah.
So serious business.